Good afternoon and welcome to Allen County Public Library Studio A here. We're live from downtown, and I want to welcome all of our live studio audience here as far as, that's right, Access Fort Wayne. We're going live with the studio audience before the networks. Once again, it's a privilege to be with you. My name is Norm Compton. I'm the manager of Access Fort Wayne, and we're here for this year's Allen County Public Library Teen Film Festival. Congratulations to our winners here as far as we have 4 great films that we're going to be sharing with you here momentarily. Just wanted to give you a little bit of oversight about the Teen Film Festival. This is our 3rd year that we've been doing that. We went forward with this knowing that people were, in a sense, in lockdown, but still as far as you can get some films made, people were very clever as far as what they did. You'll see that here in a few moments. Once again, as far as the submissions opened up in April, and we're open to May 15th, and then obviously today is the awards ceremony, and the library is not open, okay, as far as we are here in Studio A. This is the first big production we've done in our studios. We've had people coming in the library basically as far as by appointment to come in and use our facilities as far as for studio productions and editing. Of course, our radio station, WELT 95.7 FM, has also been on the air throughout this. And of course, Access Fort Wayne, being media, we are essential personnel. We've been covering things like city council meetings and other things like that throughout the shutdown. But that's other business. We're here to have some fun today. We're going to be seeing 4 different entries. And once again, as far as this is a middle school and high school aspect of things, and our categories that we were open up to. I don't have the here in front of me. Come on. Oh dear, I'm sorry. It was comedy, drama, 18-second short, and I can't remember what the 4th one is. Horror. Okay, thank you. All right. I'm looking in the control room there, and as far as I see that, I think we can get in, start with our things here. We have the first thing I want to share with you is called Halo Battle Class, the COVID technique. And this is directed by Michael Johnson. He's a middle schooler, and this is our 18-second short. Jake, can you roll that tape for us?
Welcome to Self-Defense with Captain 19. Today's lesson, how you can defend yourself with the COVID technique. Achoo!
Oh no!
Excellent, excellent. Michael, can you step up here? Okay, tell us a little bit about what inspired you and how did you do it?
I just thought it would be a fun idea to make a stop motion of COVID. So, yeah.
And obviously these figures are something you had around the house?
Yeah, I collect them.
And how often do you filmmaking like this?
About once a week. So.
Wow. All right. So Michael Johnson, here is your certificate, and you can pick one of our husky animals as far as, did I mention that we also run the 3D printers here, the Maker Lab? So pick one of those, and the gift certificate underneath there is yours.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I also want to give recognition to the family, obviously, as far as Michael doesn't do this all by himself, as far as there's a lot of support people that are behind the scenes that, A, give him space and time, and B, as far as help out, because I know that as far as I have 4 boys in my family, and one of those was involved in photography, and the other ones happened to be his favorite, talent as far as like, hey, I need you, come on over here and call, okay? So I know how this stuff works in the family, so. Congratulations once again, Michael, there. All right. Our second piece is coming back, and this is this is a drama and more serious sense of that aspect of things. It's titled Cutting Back Carbon. And this is directed by Amory Gusenhoven. And let's go ahead and roll that video.
Imagine seeing Earth for the first time. Then, imagine seeing an oil factory for the first time. And then you begin to see how global warming has affected our planet. Global warming is a threat to humanity on an international scale. It affects our environment in disastrous ways, and we need to do something now before it's too late.
I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to the scientists. And I want you to unite behind the science. And then I want you to take real action.
Global warming is when too many greenhouse gases enter the atmosphere, trapping outgoing energy from the Earth and warming our environment. Since the Industrial Revolution, carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, has been abundantly produced due to the way we power America. Carbon emissions are a big factor to a warming environment. Carbon emissions are caused by burning fossil fuels, such as oil and gas, for day-to-day necessities. Carbon emission rates have only been rising, as a report from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency states. CO2 emissions have gone up by 90% since 1900 to 2010, from fossil fuel combustion and industrial processes, contributing to about 78% of the total greenhouse gas emissions increase from 1970 to 2011. The more we continue those industrial processes, the more our carbon emission rates will go up, and the more costly the effects of global warming will be on our environment. Cutting back carbon emissions is the only way to save our environment. We should start using green energy and shut down carbon industries. Oil and gas companies emit some of the largest amounts of carbon emissions than any other carbon industry. According to a report from the American Energy Information Administration, in 2017, the U.S. produced 5.1 billion metric tons of energy-related carbon dioxide. Imagine the effects those carbon emissions had on our environment. To further my research, I phone interviewed a professor on engineering and environmental health from Johns Hopkins University, Dr. Megan Latshaw. I asked her questions on global warming's impacts on our environment and how it affects us. How does climate change affect communities both nationally and internationally?
So, what climate change does is it traps heat within our atmosphere. And so that makes a lot of parts of our planet warmer. And as the planet gets warmer, we also have more extreme weather events. Because warm air holds more water. And so, in addition to the biggest impact that is the easiest to consider, which is the impact of heat on health, there are also a lot of other impacts on health. And I'm going to take a step back and just talk about heat. I don't know if you realize, but people die from heat exposure every year.
Global warming impacts our environment in negative ways. The heat that's in the atmosphere retains water and causes both floods and droughts, even hurricanes. This is an endangerment to people's health. Global warming can also cause weather patterns to vary drastically depending on the region, where you may have the hottest summer or the coldest winter. All of this acts as a disastrous chain. The warming environment affects the weather, which affects plant life. Hurricanes cause damage and disease. We need to put a stop to all of this, or things will only get worse. Going green seems to be the only way to go in order to save our environment. Democratic candidates have often been talking about the new Green Deal, which is a plan to decarbonize America by going green. But is America's economy ready for this big change? I talked to an econ teacher at Canterbury High School, Mrs. Maureen O'Neill, in order to discuss how global warming and green energy will affect America's economy. If we started using green energy and stopped using carbon industries, how would that affect America's unemployment rate?
Renewable energy sources will ultimately create about 16 million jobs. you're also shedding a lot of jobs in industries that are no longer going to be vibrant. And, from a purely economic standpoint, that's a huge risk.
ExxonMobil, one of the biggest oil industries in America, had over 73 million jobs in 2018. If America went green, what would happen to all of those jobs? The unemployment rate would skyrocket, causing a huge economic setback. Candidates discussing the Green New Deal realized this economic issue and came up with replacing carbon jobs with high-wage blue-collar jobs to compensate for the job loss. But it seems the economic issue might not be as bad as it seems. According to a report from the Center of American Progress, we estimate the sustained expansion in clean energy investments triggered by the economic stimulus program can generate a net increase of about 1.7 million jobs. These job gains will be enough to cover all unemployed Americans today. It is very important 2020 candidates discuss global warming and how to end the climate crisis by using alternative energy. We already have a good start on solar panels, windmills, and electric cars. But we need to do more, for if we don't act now, carbon emissions will destroy our environment.
Wow. All right. That was quite a wonderful piece there. And once again, as far as we want to invite Anne-Marie up here to the podium to help explain what her motivation was and how she did it.
So this was actually a project for school. Everyone in my 8th grade class had to enter a project into this C-SPAN competition. It was a national competition where students had to create videos on topics that they thought were important for 2020 presidents to address. And I chose global warming because I personally think it's a very important topic, not only affecting us nationally, but also globally. And taking care of our planet is fundamental to our existence. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Once again, here's your certificate, and help yourself to one of our awards here. Once again, congratulations to Anne-Marie. Yes, things we do for school definitely apply, okay? That, once again, our Teen Film Festival, one of the things that we've been doing is actually going out and kind of being the Pied Piper of filmmaking. As far as last summer, we had 6 different workshops throughout the county that we provided as far as basically storytelling, filmmaking in that process. And part of that partnership, of course, is the teen department here at the Allen County Public Library. Joining us this afternoon is Josh from the teens department. Come on over here, Josh.
Howdy.
Now tell us a little bit about the outreach, obviously, as far as the teens department, different activities.
Yeah, the outreach this year was a little difficult because, first off, everybody's wearing a mask. It was very difficult this year because we didn't have the ability to go in person to most of the schools. For instance, Anne-Marie's video, that was amazing. The level of editing and the level of research that you did was pretty incredible, even for a normal year where you would have access to, even though I know that you had a little inside track there maybe, the level of detail that you put into that video, it was very difficult probably this year considering that you were doing everything online, right? And that was a problem that we ran into this year over and over again, where we didn't have the in-person interaction with people.
I did this before we went to quarantine.
Wow, you did this before quarantine. That level of work is pretty incredible for especially before you had a lot of free time. Yeah, so this year we had a lot of difficulty with contacting people, but we hope that in the next few years that this rebounds and this is a bigger event. Obviously, a lot of people weren't going to be here anyway because of the quarantine situation. But thanks.
But this has evolved as far as, because the Teen Film Festival, or actually, the Teens Department had a photo contest as far as for over a number of years.
Yep, we have had a photo contest for a number of years, and then it sort of died off. Like, we didn't have as much interaction with it, and then when we started doing the film festival, we seemed to see an uptick in that, and a lot of the kids that were here for the original couple years of the film, I don't even see here, so I'm not sure.
Well, I think the technology available also makes a big difference as far as, that everybody's walking around with a cell phone.
Right.
So, as far as traditional photography,
Yeah,
that has evolved. And then obviously we've seen this with video as well.
It seems like the interest in static photography isn't as big, and the barrier to entry for full-on video that's edited to the level that we just saw is a lot easier now. Not to take anything away from what you did, that was amazing. But yeah, it does seem that it's a lot easier for people to integrate all those different elements together and create something. But it would be nice if we had a bigger take on that, like more people were into that. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Once again, as far as that this is the third time we've done the film festival, and we want this to grow. We want it to build every year, bigger and bigger. But the challenge is always there. As far as the kids are moving on. As far as sometimes I kind of consider this is like Johnny Appleseed. I'm planting seeds. Little. Hopefully, these people will grow and their talents will blossom into full-blown masterpieces here. We're going to move on here because I know that we're just at the halfway point here of our program. Our third entry is from Hannah Johnson. This is now stepped up to the high school level, and this is a dramedy. Okay, so Hannah, congratulations for thinking outside the box, and this is called The Quarantine Party. Let's take a look.
Hey, Glory, come on in. Sorry I'm late. I got stuck in 6 o'clock grocery store traffic. Oh, you're okay. Paper fight. Hey guys, look who's here. Hi. Hey. Hi. Hey, what's up? I don't know you. So what have I missed? Not much. We almost TP'd someone's house, but that was way too expensive. Oh, I bet. Yeah. So what's new with you? Left the house lately? I did actually. I just took the trash outside and I felt so alive. I get that. I got to get the mail the other day and it felt amazing. Take cover! Oh! What was that, Gabby? It's my allergies. Sure, but if I get your allergies tomorrow, you're gonna get it. That sneeze was not allergies. I wonder how many bananas I could eat before I throw up.
Is this normal?
I think the quarantine is going to her head. Yeah, I could do that, Manny.
That's very, very clever. I didn't realize at first, as far as that we had the same person cloned throughout there. I looked at the outfits as far as the different colors outfits, and then, but once again, as I said, back to the support of the family, to really as far as to put up with, can I do this? Can I do this? So, Hannah, please step up.
Yeah, this whole experience was been really fun. So doing it with my sister was a lot of fun. It was a lot of wardrobe changes, obviously, because we would shoot it like individually with the camera set up, but then we also had to get close up, so she had to keep on going back and forth between characters. So I'd like to give a shout out to my family for being so supportive, my sister for hanging on there, God, and I would also like to give a shout out to MJ for being MJ. And then Yeah, just this whole experience has been so much fun, and thank you guys for putting this together. It's been an amazing experience.
So the scene that, like at the table where you have all those people, how did you do that?
A lot of work. So what we did is we had her sit down, and then we had the camera set up, and we'd have her slide out before she couldn't move any of the chairs. So she had to like slide out, and I'd quickly give her like a jacket, or I'd have her go change, and she would go and sit back down, and then we did it, and we figured out that she kept on crossing the line. So we actually had to individually cut out scene by scene, her hands moving, and just, it was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. So it was a lot of fun.
Filmmaking, passion, patience.
I have a question. The writing on this, obviously, I mean, was this all you, or was this collaboration?
Yeah, I did all the writing.
'Cause,
So
I mean, it was obviously a difficult film setup as more of a thought experiment on how to do it, but really good job. One of the key things about that I like with writing on especially short pieces like this is just a point, and you make it. Like, you don't dwell on a lot of unnecessary things. The editing was really good, and the setup was pretty incredible with the way that you blocked all the film.
thank you.
Yeah, very impressive.
Thank
And
you.
once again, as far as your certificate for you, and okay, and once again, congratulations, Hannah and her family, as far as for a great job there. You know, the next piece here is also just as impressive. This is a comedy, okay, and once again, it's a high school level, and this one is titled Finger Guns, and the director is Maxwell Park. Okay, so let's take a look at Finger Guns.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Hey!
Ah! What the heck, man?
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I You done stirred up the hornet's nest.
Hey guys, I brought you some. I got you. I got you
No.
first. I gotta shoot. You got wait.
Come back later.
I gotta shoot.
You got wait. You gonna
I
stop?
gotta shield.
You gonna stop every time I talk?
I got you. I got you. It doesn't matter. I already got you. I already got you. So this doesn't matter. You can shoot me all you want, but ghosts can't kill people.
For Boys in My House, as far as that could have been house, okay? You know, that's wonderful entertainment there. But obviously the special effects, right out of Star Wars. Once again, as far as we want to bring up Maxwell Park. Okay, so obviously your imagination, you wrote this, but most importantly, how'd you do the special effects?
A lot of time editing. With this one, I really wanted to challenge myself in editing and VFX, and so it really just took a long time and lots of tutorial videos and just figuring stuff out.
And how long you been doing films?
A few years now. I go to Concordia High School, and I've been doing the film festival there for a while.
Excellent, excellent. Well, obviously, like I said, as far as very impressed, it was a great piece. You got to be
Thank you.
proud of that. Anything else?
Just thank you for organizing this.
You're very welcome.
The wide two shot at the end, where you're doing the improv, or where obviously the two actors are just killing the joke over and over again. I love that. That's one of my favorite jokes is the joke that goes on far too long. And I appreciate that you didn't
Thank
edit
you.
it out at the end. That actually made the beginning funnier.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Maxwell, there's your certificate and obviously your award. Okay, as I said before, as far as that we run this competition through Film Freeway, so we actually had a lot more entries, but they were outside of Indiana, outside of the United States, so obviously language could become an issue. Really, we want to focus because, of course, we are part of the Allen County Public Library, so we're focused on what is local here to us. But once again, as far as all the filmmakers out there, congratulations, job well done. Like I said, as far as we want you to inspire some other people and keep up the good work. Of course, Access Fort Wayne, we are film friendly. We have some filmmakers on our staff, they've obviously been involved in all the different film festivals around here. Eugene, you want to come out and say a few things? This is Eugene Goosenhoven, as far as he's one of our staff members here at Access Fort Wayne.
You guys did a lot of, the film making this year was just phenomenal. We had 125 different films from around the world entered into our film festival. Had great films from like France, the UK, but you guys were easily as good as anything I saw from some very advanced filmmaking countries like Korea, China, you know. So congratulate all of yourselves, you did a fantastic job. And we are looking forward to seeing all of you next year if you can. I know some of you are in high school, maybe graduating, but all you guys in middle school, please enter films again. We're going to do this as much as we can, make it go bigger and bigger each year. Could I have all the winners come to the front? And the families, anybody from the family, if you want to come to, we'll get a wide shot before we finish. And again, great job to all of you. If you just want to stand up, yeah, stand up here. And we'll get one final shot of, all right, so if Jake wants to hit the finale. Great job, everybody.
All right, and as he hustles in there to wrap up as far as the production aspect of things,